Good evening, fellow Plexers. Last night's video was for Howie, and this night's video is for Howie too. Howie's having trouble getting his TV shows renamed. And he's trying to use Filebot, and we've got to stop Howie cold to say Filebot's not magical. It's only as good as the user using it and the original file names. So Howie wants help trying to figure out why he has duplicate episodes after using file name or Filebot. So these file names are great, but he's got 2 of this episode. He has 2 of that episode. Then it looks like he has 2 of this episode and 2 of this one. Howie, I can't tell anything because you're using Windows and you're using the default file manager's view. And it's not informational in any way. It makes me kind of batty. But I gave up Windows in 2006. So I've tried to recreate that view with my own file manager. I don't know what these are. I can't see the full file names. If I make it full screen, I still can't see the full file names. You need to sort like this. But Windows, by default, won't show you the extension. You don't know. I don't know if those files are AVI files, if they're MP4s, if they're MKVs. I have no idea what they are. And neither do you, because Windows won't show you that. You'd have to right click and probably click on the property to tell. Well, someplace in the settings you can enable the extension. That's what this .avi is, or a .txt, or a dot whatever. That's the extension. You need to be able to see that. And you also need to be able to see the size. So one possible reason you might have 2 of these is wherever you got those files from, the original release group might have created a few preview video files. Little tiny files that just show you the quality of a few different episodes. So they might have been named similarly for Filebot to give you 2 files the same name. But there has to be something different because Filebot won't create 2 file names exactly the same. It's impossible. So some part of this has to be named differently, but of course I can't tell what it is. I can't tell the difference because of the folder view and not being able to see the extension. So I'm guessing maybe there's 2 season 6 episode 1 video files. Maybe one is MKV and one is MP4. Maybe they're different sizes. Maybe only one is the full episode and one is just a preview. I don't know. So you don't know either until you get to this view and not the folder view and you turn on the extensions. So hopefully it's that, because then you'll be able to identify them and you can just sort them by size. If you have a whole mess of little files at the top or bottom, or you could just sort them by the alphabet and just look. If one of these is tiny, we'll open it up, and if it's 20 seconds long or 15 seconds long, you know that's not your episode file. So hopefully that will help you. And let me do something else here. One thing Filebot doesn't screw up on is you can have a episode name just for the episode name and nothing else. So let me change this. Filebot does not even need to know what season it's from. As long as it's the proper episode name, watch what will happen. Well, actually, let's do that to a few more. I'll do 3 altogether. And we'll do this one, Ellie's First Date. Okay, let's throw it all through Filebot again. So a green dot will tell me that nothing's going to be changed during the rename process. So we have Ellie's First Date and Granny's Spring Tonic, and that's a match. Filebot knows exactly what season and episode they are. This one is the Clamp It Strike Oil, and of course Filebot knows what it is just from the episode. So if you have a lot of gobbledygook, sometimes if you just rename things for just the episode name, then Filebot knows what to do. And if you put an expression in twice, once for TVDB aired order and once for TVDB DVD order, we pick that one. So the DVD order, if it exists at TVDB, would have these two episodes named exactly the same as aired order, and this one too. So it doesn't really matter with this series, because at least for this season, season 1, there's no difference between the aired order or the DVD order. So I can just safely rename, and now I am back in business with those 3 files that I had manually taken down just to the episode name with nothing else. So that's a little Filebot tip. I think I've shown that in my last big Filebot video for 2025. Let's do this one more time. One more bit of advice for Howie. Let's throw this back into Filebot. So because Filebot's only as good as you are and the original file names, this is what you need to do. All right, so it's renamed. Look for anything marked red that's an obvious mismatch. And even if everything is all fine without any red markings, do a couple spot checks. So just the Clamp It Strikes Oil. I'm going to use my keyboard's down arrow and just go down some. These 2 episode names match. And just kind of go through randomly, making sure that you got a match on each side for the episode name. I don't look at anything else. I know that if the episode name matches, so does the season episode coding. And if you find a few that don't match, maybe you should go by line by line by line and figure out why things don't match. But again, if you just blanket rename with Filebot without checking any of this, well, this is an extra step you should be taking from now on with Filebot. Okay, so I don't really know what's going on, but all you can do is get this sorted in a way that you can see the actual file sizes and see the extension and check the videos out to make sure. And if you start each of these and they're both regular episodes, well, then you have the painstaking process of trying to figure out which episode they are. By looking at the description. And that's a pain in the butt. Now this one's pretty obvious. You know that Richie is a Casanova. So if he's on a date in the episode, you can watch enough of it to know if there's a character named Lori Beth in it. But if he's, I don't know, if he's learning how to fight through Fonzie or something, it's definitely not this episode. So that's a manual labor of love to straighten that kind of stuff out. And there's different releases of all the same shows. You might have 2 or 3 options, and the one you've got might not be the best fit for you to get it quickly into Plex. My big thing, I'm always looking for a version of shows that have subtitles. And that kind of slows me down sometimes because the best version may not, and then I'm looking to see if there's external subtitles I can find that are in sync and I can match things up. I'd rather have a slightly less quality version with subs than a better quality version without subs, but I'll work hard to get the subs to match the better quality. And that's my little thing that delays me sometimes. Filebot, I've got that down pat. Getting all the matching subtitles, that's my slowdown. Okay, thanks for watching, and Howie, keep plugging along. But I can't do anything for you based on those pictures, and now that you renamed them, all you can do is look to see if they're the real episode and see if it's named the right episode. But I bet you that one of those extra episodes might be a smaller preview file. Thanks for watching, and happy Plexing.